Drop my little notes, y'all. Hi. Picking up my paper, y'all, because I like to stay on topic. So I make little notes for myself. Hi, y'all. How are you doing today? What is it? It's Tuesday. All right, so I thought this would be a good video to do as I wrap up the next level lifestyle class. Hey, as I wrap up the next level lifestyle class, I thought this would be a great topic to do. And I have more content coming out as we wrap up this class. I will have different levels to Patreon now. Right now, I only have the next level lifestyle level, but I'm going to be adding different levels to Patreon back into my community. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My husband is a man. He's a very good man and he's a masculine man. And he's been very patient with me over the years as I've evolved and matured. I'm an older woman now, so, All right, so today's video is really not for older women. If you're an older woman, you probably could just click off. I'm really talking to 35 and under women, maybe 36, 37 and under. 35 really. Hi, good morning. This video is really not for older women. And the reason I say this is because older women give me the most pushback, okay? It's the older women who have made lots of mistakes, who have gone down the wrong road, and their goal is to do two things. Either to hold other women back because they have not reached what they wanted to reach in life, or they're angry, or they're bitter. And so instead of being role models to our young girls who are 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, those girls that are coming up under us, they give the worst advice. They tell our girls to be hoes. They tell our girls to sleep around. They tell our girls to, do you, girl. Do you. Don't waste your youth. Just go from man to man. Keep it real. Stay woke. This is what grown women are telling young women. And that's why I decided to create this platform. One for my business and one to encourage the younger generation that's coming up under me that I have a responsibility to. And so really this is for 36 and under, probably around that range, around that 35, 36 range. If you're older than that, you're probably stuck in your ways. You're not going to change, most likely. I know. And it's not really for you. But for the rest of us, uh, you got to pick a struggle, ladies. Okay. You got to pick a struggle. And I'm going to get into the specifics about why you have to pick a struggle and what I learned in life and where I lost a lot of time and where I lost in general from not understanding that you have to pick a struggle, because sometimes our moms don't tell us this. When I was a chubby teen, my mom never really sat me down and was like, girl, you a chubby teen, you gonna have a little more of an issue with dating. And you're going to have a little issue with dating. People may not find you as appealing as other women because you're a little chubby. My mom never had that conversation with me. And for all of you obese women who are always leaving comments on my videos talking about, men love me. Listen. There are always anomalies of women who have been able to break through the biasness of society, that have been able to break through stereotypical roles of what's beauty and what's not. We know there are anomalies, okay? But top tier men are not necessarily looking for obese women. So don't leave me that comment under the video. No one believes you. You don't even believe you, okay? So, and it goes the same for thinner women. If you're a thin woman with no femininity to be seen, loud, aggressive, uncouth, don't know how to relate to a man, you also are at the bottom of the barrel for getting a quality man. So it goes both ways for thin women and obese women. But stop leaving me comments under this video like hot top tier men are looking for fat women, because there is no proof in society to validate that. Now your low quality men may have to settle for what they have to settle for, okay? But the average top tier man is not looking for obese women. Stop with the lies. You don't believe that yourself, okay? You don't have to be skinny. You don't have to be a size 2, but you definitely have to keep yourself up, and it's harder when you're bigger. How do I know? Because I'm big, okay? That's how I know. So let's talk about picking a struggle. So my mom never had these conversations with me about, like, you know, sweetie, you might be eating a little too much. You might need to back away from the table, because I think our moms don't want to hurt us, you know. They don't want to hurt our feelings, and they want us to feel beautiful. And I understand that. And I'm not judging my mom. My mom is amazing. She's classy. She's wonderful. She raised me right. But there were certain conversations that me and her probably should have had that we didn't have. And so when I say pick a struggle, I'm going to touch on a few different areas on picking a struggle. I'm going to talk about your style. I'm going to talk about your personality. I'm going to talk about your social intelligence. And I'm going to talk about your hair, skincare, and all of that stuff, and the aspect of picking a struggle. When it comes to beauty, style, and weight, all these things work together, okay? All of these things work together. All right? All of these things work together. So when you know you are a little overweight, in particular to my young women that are just starting out in life, you're just going into the workforce, you're just going into dating seriously, especially those of you who are marriage minded. You know, we want to get married young, okay? Our goal really is to get married young when we're in our 20s. And so a lot of you are emailing me, you're sending me messages on Instagram, you're 25, you're still young, you're a baby, but you're telling me, hey, Kim, I want to get married. I want to settle down one day. I'm going into jobs. I want to be successful. And the thing about that is everything works together. Your beauty, your style, your personality, your charisma, your charm, and your weight, they all work together. So when you know this first part is for the overweight women, because I understand your struggle. I understand how hard it is to lose weight. I understand how hard it is to date overweight, especially if you are looking for quality men. And when I'm talking about a quality man, I'm not just talking about like men of means or men who are providers, or I'm not just speaking of it in a money sense. A high quality man is usually also looking for a woman that looks like she takes care of herself. Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with like, oh, you're fat so you're ugly. No, let's not be ignorant. Let's really dive deep into this. It's high quality men also want high quality women, and a part of that is your appearance. Okay, when a man looks at you, he wants to say to himself, I keep myself fit and up, and I want a woman that also keeps herself fit and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like being biased, because my husband likes curvy women, Well, he doesn't have a preference. I think he just wants you to look, have your look together. He likes dark-skinned women. He likes thin women. He likes curvy women. My husband doesn't have a preference. He just likes you to look good to him. And I think that's most men. They just want you to look good to them. And some men do have a preference. They might have a preference on skin color. They might have a preference on the tone of your skin. They might have a preference on body type. They might have a preference with your style. They might have a preference with your education level. And they might have a preference with what type of family you come from. See, there are many preferences. And these are things that people don't discuss. It's not just about your look. A high quality man is not going to choose you just based off your look. Okay? That's ignorant. No one's going to say, oh my gosh, I want to marry her just because she's so fine. Like, y'all, get real. That's not how it works. Okay? So it's more, but it's the whole package. And so when you are a little more plump, people are already judging you and they're already making assumptions about you. And so that's why it's very important for everything else to be on point, okay? Your style, your hair, your skin, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you dress. You have to be on point in every other area because you have to pick a struggle. Every one of us has to pick a struggle, okay? Now, I know my struggle is the fact that I carry more weight than I should. And yes, I'm working on it, and yes, I've made strides and I've made improvement, but I'm not there yet, okay? But I'm an older woman, okay? I'm not young out here, I'm older. But for my younger women, it's very important that you take control of your life while you can take control of your life. And that is one thing that I do regret. I regret not taking control of my life when I could take control of my life and kind of waiting. No, no. I'm sorry, y'all. That was someone begging for money. Just like, I'm talking here. It's odd. That doesn't happen in Kuwait a lot. Sometimes it does, but not a lot. But anyway, that's something that I wish I've known or at least been aware, so I could have made a decision to say, okay, I'm okay with this struggle. I'm okay that society will look at me like this, and now I'm going to navigate how I need to navigate. All right, so that's the weight thing. That's the first thing. I know that's my struggle. So because I know that I'm overweight, even though I'm working on it, I'm just big bone. I'm just bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curvier. I know that I have to watch what I wear because sometimes I look too sexy. One girl could wear a little midi skirt, she's fine. I put a midi skirt on and I look like I'm about to go to the pole. You know what I'm saying? So I always have to make sure everything is just like on point. And sometimes I meet the mark and sometimes I don't meet the mark, but I'm always striving towards the mark. And so if you know you're overweight, you can't half step on the other areas of your appearance. And ladies, I know y'all look at Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and you guys see these purple wigs and these blue wigs and these pink wigs, but that's ghetto. Okay? I know that might not be politically correct to say, but it's very, very ghetto. And I highly doubt a high quality man is going to be attracted to a pink wig, a blue wig, a purple wig, or a wig of any color that is wild, okay? Not putting these people down that wear those things. Like everybody has their own mentality and the way they move in life. But for the women that follow my channel, we're trying to be classy, okay? We're trying to be classy and we're trying to navigate in different circles of the world, not just America. Y'all know I live abroad, We're trying to navigate in the world and wearing these wild, ghetto, even though that's not politically correct to say, I don't have to be politically correct. This is my channel. Wearing these ghetto wigs, y'all not gonna get anywhere with that. So you got to take these wigs off. If you do it at home, do it with your friends when y'all are having a girls' night out or whatever. Don't let anybody in your real life see you wear this stuff. If you gotta wear a pink wig somewhere, make sure you go somewhere where nobody knows you. All right, and rock that pink wig and have fun. But this is not something that you would actually wear to a function where your coworkers are or where possible dating prospects are, because they're going to overlook you because they're going to say, oh my gosh, she's ghetto. Okay, I cannot date her. Where is he gonna take you with a pink wig? Okay, how are you gonna go to the governor's ball with a pink wig on? How are you going to go with his friends to a fraternity ball? You know, I'm in a sorority. My husband's in a fraternity. I mean, he would not want to bring me out to a function, you know, a golf tournament or something, and I'm wearing a blue wig. Y'all got to think about this stuff, ladies. I know y'all are young, and it's a lot of trendy things going on, but you have to think about like your future. Okay, you got to think about your future, not just like the fact that you're young and you want to get married young. I'm going to be honest. The best time to get married is young. You're in your prime. You have the most prospects out there in your proximity, and it if you marry young, by the time you get my age, about to go into your 40s, your life is going to be pretty much settled in, and you're going to be doing less work and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that's the weight thing. Let's get off the weight now. Let's talk about body shape. All right, some of you are not overweight, you're not obese, but you're shaped funny. Okay, you have an awkward shape, meaning like either your legs are really small and then you got a really big bust, or you have a really big stomach, but everything on you is small, but you got a really big stomach. I see women like this all the time. They're not fat, they're not obese, but they are shaped strange, meaning like all the weight goes to their stomach for some reason, or your legs are really skinny, or your bust is really big. When you know you are shaped like that, you can't be trying to wear everything that you see Instagram models wearing, because it doesn't look good on you. Okay? And I know that these people out here on the internet, they don't have real jobs. They're on the internet telling you to wear what you love and, you know, show all your rolls, and, you know, nobody believes this. It's idiotic. No, nobody in the real world believes this. Okay, this is an online thing. So when you know you have a challenging shape, you have to go and work with an expert. Sometimes you have to work with a stylist. Sometimes you have to get with somebody who can give you an unbiased point of view. Because let me tell you, your friends will lie. You can't trust your friends. You really can't. I know a couple of you have good friends and they will honestly tell you the truth. But what I find with most women is they don't want to know the truth. Like, I remember I was with a friend a long time ago, and she wears a weave, and I think I said something about her weave, like, because it was very frizzy, you know what I'm saying, and it was frizzy, and I think I said something like, oh, it was frizzy, and I could tell she didn't like that I said that. See, you can't be real with friends a lot of times, because they don't want you, people live in a fantasy world. They don't want to be told you're overweight. That bothers them. That doesn't bother me. When I'm listening to my coach and they're like, you're overweight, you're lazy, get up, go work out, I don't start getting mad and be like, oh, you're calling me overweight. No, because the truth is I am overweight. My doctor says that too, you know. And so most people don't want to be real with themselves, so therefore they're not going to be real with you. So if y'all are going out and you ask your friend, oh, how do I look, she gonna tell you, oh, you look great, girl, you look great, and they're lying. Okay, they're lying to you. So you really can't trust your friend's judgment. You really need an unbiased party to do a look over, and somebody that you really can trust. Now, if you have a friend that keeps it real with you, that tells you when you look terrible, get on your knees and thank God, because that's not most people. Most people don't want to be told the truth. They just want to be told that they're pretty, they look good, they have it going on. Nobody really wants to be told, like, that doesn't look good, that weave doesn't look good. And see, that's one reason why I wear my hair natural, because with natural hair, it's expected to be frizzy. Because it's my natural hair. It's not a weave. But I don't expect you to have a weave on and your hair to be frizzy. Because if it's a weave, it's not supposed to be frizzy. It's supposed to be look like your hair. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's one reason why I decided to embrace my natural hair, because people don't expect my hair to be like laid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't expect me to have baby hairs and have my hair laid. They just expect it to be tamed. So I just do a twist out or I do my little puff, but it's my hair. Okay, so if it's frizzy or if it's whatever, they can see, oh, that's her hair, that's her natural hair. And so, but when you wear weaves and stuff like that, that stuff has to be on point. You have to pick a struggle. You can't have a bad weave, a bad shape, and be overweight too. Now, which struggle you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick the bad weave? Are you gonna pick the fact that you have a challenging shape and learn how to dress the shape? Or are you gonna be a size 2? You gonna work out? Which struggle are you gonna pick? You can't have all those struggles going on at the same time. So the first point that I made that I personally relate to was the weight. Anytime you're overweight, that's your struggle. You already got one struggle. So you don't need any more struggles. You don't need any more struggles. And none of us are going to meet the mark because we're human. So we're always going to have bad hair days, bad style days, bad emotional days, bad psychological days. But you got to pick a struggle. Okay, it shouldn't be every day. We all have bad days or bad weeks or bad. I've had bad months. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pick a struggle. Okay. All right. So we've touched on the weight. We've touched on the shape. Let's talk about the fit of your clothing. You got to pick a struggle, ladies. Your clothing needs to fit your body impeccably. I don't care where you buy your clothes from. I would suggest that you buy more quality clothes, but I don't care if your clothes are from Rainbow, Walmart, Target, Gucci, Ferragamo, Versace. I don't care where your clothes are from, okay? But they better fit. And they better fit to a T, especially if you are overweight. Sometimes when you're overweight, and this is what I have had to do, because while my shape is okay, I have a pretty good shape, my behind is astronomical. So a lot of times the things that I want to wear wasn't appropriate for my career because I was an educator. And when I would go into class, the boys would be looking at my behind. Parents don't send their children to school to look at my behind. They send their children to school to watch me teach. So it wasn't fair. No, was it fair? But grow up. Life is not fair. Life is not fair for any of us, okay? Only God is fair. And He's going to make the final judgments. And He's going to direct our steps in the way He thinks it. He thinks it should happen, not us. We don't get to decide what's fair, what's not fair, what's true, what's not true. That's God. He decides all that. And so, yeah, the other teachers who were a size 2 and a size 10, they could wear their cute little, pencil skirts or whatever. When I would put my pencil skirt on, it would be too tight. So do you know what I would have to do? I would have to put a cardigan on. So what I started to do was take my clothes to a seamstress or a tailor and get it tailored to my body. And when I started doing that, game changer. Thank you so much. That was a game changer, okay? So your clothes have to fit you impeccably. They have to. They have to fit you to the T. And you don't have to go buy expensive clothes for this. You can go to consignment shops. You could go to thrift stores. You can do different things. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. So let's cover the 4 bases. You got to pick a struggle. You got weight issues. That's your struggle off the top. You got style issues. You don't know how to style yourself. Well, that could be a struggle. You got body shape issues. Your body is shaped kind of complicated. You got a big chest and a little waist, or little skinny legs and a big stomach, or you're thin and you got a big stomach. Like, you got to pick one of these struggles that you're going to focus on, and the rest has to be on point. Because when you go into job interviews, when you're out and about in society, people are going to look you up from head to toe, and it only takes 7 seconds for someone to make a judgment about you. And if y'all think this is not real, if y'all think that this discrimination that goes on in society is not real, that shows me you are not moving and shaking, okay? You got to pick your struggle. Please, I wish I would have known this at 21, because I would have done some things differently. I really would have. All right, last part of picking a struggle is your skincare. I've kind of touched on your hair already. We touched on that. If your hair is natural, you need to groom it. Just because your hair is natural, it doesn't mean you roll out of the bed and go to work. No. With some little baby afro that looks like that. Like, no. You need to learn how to groom your natural hair. Okay? Natural hair is beauty. You guys know I'm all about embracing my natural beauty, and I'm confident in my natural beauty, but that does not mean I roll out of bed when my hair is out, when my hair is loose, and go to work. No, I take time the night before to do a twist out, to make sure that my hair will lay in the right direction. And if it doesn't work, then I'll put it up in a cute little puff with some cute earrings. You know, you have to take time with your hair. So this goes for the weaves, this goes for the natural hair. If your weave is going to look terrible, I'd rather you not wear a weave. Just wear your regular hair, because more than not, I see people with terrible weaves. Weaves cost a lot of money, y'all. It's a very expensive habit. And that's one reason why I would encourage younger women to start embracing your own hair, because you're going to be spending a lot of money in weaves if you're not established. Like if you're not my age and you're kind of, getting established with yourself, it's going to be expensive when you're just starting out with your career. So if you don't have a cousin or somebody that can lay your edges, or you don't have a stylist that's affordable for whatever your income level is, you're going to be spending hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for a decent weave. So it's important to understand this. And for my natural hair girls, just because you natural, it doesn't mean you roll out of bed and go to work. Like, no, you have to take care of your hair. So I touched on hair already, but skincare. I focused on skincare way too late in my life. You should be building up in your budget regular facials, steaming, acne. If you have acne or hyperpigmentation, you want to work on this. You can't have terrible skin, be obese, have terrible style, be shaped funny, and your skin is terrible too. I mean, you have to pick a struggle. Every one of us. I have to pick my struggle, and you have to pick your struggle. So I really want you to sit down and decide, okay, what struggle am I going to work on? I can only have one. I can only have one struggle with my appearance. So which struggle am I going to have? Which one? So skincare is important, and start doing it young. Don't wait till you're 30 like I did and try to, oh, I need a night cream now. Oh, what's retinol? Like, learn about these things young, so by the time you get 40, your skin is looking great and you're looking absolutely amazing. Go see your dermatologist. Get your skin together, because that makes you look younger. When you have good skin, you look younger, okay? Okay, the last part of picking a struggle is your personality, okay? Now, one thing I had to learn is how to get along with people in real life. In real life. I had to learn how to get along with my family. I had to learn how to get along with people I didn't like. I had to learn how to get along with my husband so that I could bring the best out of him, and so that he could bring the best out of me. I had to learn just how to get along in the world. I had to learn how to stop taking things personally. This was a huge thing. I cannot tell you how many times it was a situation where I was right, especially in my career, where I was right, but I end up being wrong. All because I got too emotional in the workplace, okay? The workplace is not the place for your emotions. No one cares about your feelings. No one cares if your feelings were hurt. No one cares if you misinterpreted that and you're just defending yourself. You have to learn how to react to adversity in your life, in particular in the workplace. Also in your personal life, in your relationships with your boyfriends and with your fiancés leading up to marriage. You have to learn how to control yourself. And when we're talking about the romantic side, we're speaking of operating in your femininity and not in a very masculine, dominant uh, role, because masculine men are not attracted to dominant masculine women. They want feminine women. And this is one thing that really hurt my marriage, especially at the beginning. I had just graduated from college. I had my job. I had all this going for me. And I think that I was not operating in wife mode. I was operating in a very trying to be controlling, and not meaning to be, but just trying to be controlling. And when you try to control people and you try to control situations, it makes you look crazy, and it makes you unattractive, especially to men. And this could be if you're married or not married. On this channel, we like men, okay? I don't speak of any other type of relationship. Do you? God bless you. But I only talk about men because that's the only thing I know to talk about. Okay, so this is a niche channel for a specific type of women. This is a very niche channel. So, yes, I hurt myself in relationships because I was too emotional, way too emotional. At 21, I would have lost weight. I would have taken control of my weight at 21. I've never been like morbidly obese, but I've just always been a little overweight, or a lot overweight, depending on, well, not a lot, but I've always been a little overweight. Okay. And I would have really started focusing on my weight at 21. I really would have. If I would have understood life and how it works and how the world works, I definitely would have worked on my weight at 21. I would have worked on my personality, what I'm talking about now. It's not that I had a terrible personality. I love my personality. I love that I'm honest. I love that I'm loyal. I love that I'm forthright. I love that I say what I mean and I mean what I say and I do what I say I'm going to do. But I would have, I don't know. Listen, you have to learn as you grow. So I don't have regrets. I don't have regrets about my life, but there are just things that I've learned that I'm responsible to pass down to younger women. And the younger women can do with the information what they will, because everybody's life is different and everybody's lifestyle is going to be different. So it's not that I have regrets, but I would have definitely done things differently. But hindsight is 2020, right? So you need to work on your personality. Some of you really have some strange personalities. I mean, you can't control your anger. You cuss people out. I understand. You want to fight when someone makes you angry. You don't know how to take criticism. You don't know how to handle situations in the workplace where someone says something inappropriate to you. You think you should keep it real. That's the wrong thing to do. And I relate to some of these things because when I used to get angry, I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like, that's how bad it was when I used to get angry. So some of you just need to work on your personality. Your personality just sucks. You're negative. You're never happy. You complain all the time. You never see the good out of any situation. And some of that could be self-esteem related, because as women, we are always going through confidence issues and self-esteem issues, and we're always like reflecting on ourselves and our lives. And it's normal to not feel good about yourself sometimes. That's okay. You don't have to feel good about yourself all of the time. I know people tell y'all that on social media, but that's a bunch of crap. It's not biblical. Like, God never said, oh, you're gonna feel great every day. You're gonna love your life and feel great every day. That's not what God promised us. He promised us that he would never leave us or forsake us, but he didn't promise us that we wouldn't see pain, that we wouldn't have turmoil in our life, that we wouldn't suffer greatly, some more than others, that we wouldn't question ourselves and question our lives. He never promised us that. He just told us that he's never going to forsake us. He's never going to leave us. And that's what you have to remember when you feel like you have anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. You have to remember God would never leave. He would never forsake me. And I can get through this. I can get through this situation. And so that's why you got to work on your personality. You got to work on your personality, because if you don't, you're going to destroy your career. You're going to destroy different jobs that you have. You're going to destroy relationships. You're going to destroy friendships. You're going to destroy your image, your image that you use to navigate into society. And so that's all I have to say. So let's cover the bases. You have to pick a struggle. When it comes to your beauty, your style, your weight, they all work together. So if you're overweight, that's already a struggle. That's already a barrier that people will use against you in every area of your life. So you have to figure out how to overcome that. Overweight, that's a struggle. Skin, you got acne, you got hyperpigmentation, that's a struggle. We're not speaking of people who are born with medical conditions. People who are born with medical conditions get grace, okay? They get a grace that society, it's just like being in a wheelchair, or you know, that model that has, I don't know what it is, so I don't know if she's, but you know, I can't remember her name, but she's a model, and she has a skin condition, and she's very popular. That's a skin condition. That's not the same thing as having bad skin, like having acne. Not the same. So people who have handicaps, who are have skincare conditions, who, you know, who Winnie, yeah, and she's very, very popular. Those people, when they embrace themselves, society gives them a certain grace that they're not going to give you, because Winnie Harlow, that's who she's very famous. She's a model, and she has a skin condition. That's not what we're talking about. So we're not talking about people who have skin conditions or medical conditions, because society has a place for those people, and if those people move right, they can use their condition. They can be an advocate. They can try to get modeling gigs. They can try to be an advocate. Like, there's a way to move if you have certain conditions, and it's not to feel sorry for yourself. You know, you see people with all kind of medical conditions, people in wheelchairs. They are winning. You know, they're not. They may struggle. They may have depression, but it's a choice to choose what to do with the life that God gave you, because we all have something that we're dealing with. Okay, it may not be like that, but we all have something. So I'm not speaking to people like with medical conditions. I'm saying, like, if you know you don't have a medical condition, but you just don't wash your skin at night, you don't go to the dermatologist, you don't do treatments, you know, you got to pick a struggle. Okay, your style. You can't be going out here sloppy in leggings. Leggings don't work for obese people. They make us look even sloppier, to be honest with you. Thin women can tend to get away with the whole leggings because they can dress it up. They can put a little moto jacket on and it looks cute on them. It doesn't look the same on big women. And now big women, a lot of big women are delusional. Okay, they are. They think that the world looks at them the same way that they look at straight size women, and that's just not the case. It's just not. I'm big, so I know. They don't look at us the same, and so that's why we always have to go the extra step, the extra mile, to make sure that we look neat, that we look pulled together, and that's why Lizzo is gross to me. If you haven't watched my videos on Lizzo, go watch them. I'm not a Lizzo fan. I'm a fan in the sense I think she's talented. I think she's beautiful. But Lizzo is gross to me. She is the poorest representation of big women, of black women, and of the over-sexualization of black women in the media. She is a show horse. Like, that's how I look at her, like a circus animal. Like, if there could, and all of them are, and people say, well, what about Cardi B? Whatever. Cardi B is not fat. Beyonce is not fat. These people aren't fat, so I don't relate to them. But somebody who I wish I could relate to is Lizzo, but I can't because she's gross. Okay, so if you haven't watched my videos on Lizzo, you can go watch those videos. So yeah, you have to pick a struggle. You can't be struggling with your beauty, your skin, your weight, your clothing and style, your shape, and your personality. That's too many struggles at one time. You have to pick a struggle and say, this is going to be my one struggle, but I'm going to get every area of my life together as much as I can. All right, so that's today's video, you guys. Make sure if you want to access the Next Level Lifestyle that you join my Patreon community. This is the last week for the Next Level Lifestyle. We're going into February, and I have a new challenge that's going to be happening in my Patreon community because I want to do more talks about image, beauty, skincare, my struggle with weight, why it's so hard to lose weight. If you're going to do it the natural way, like not through surgery, not through starving yourself. Weight loss takes a long time when you do it the natural way. It takes a long time, and you're going to find that you're going to fall off and fall back in, and so I want to talk about a lot of things in the Patreon community. So there will be some levels added for the month of February. It's the month of love. So I'm excited for that. It's my birthday month, so I'm excited for that too. And so, yeah, I will leave a link to the Patreon community in the description box. Also, if you want the workbook that I created, you can purchase that. The workbook will help you revamp your style. It's a great resource for the New Year's. So if you have any videos you want me to do on certain topics relating to beauty, style, confidence, self-esteem, let me know, because we're going to go hard in 2020. I am in this with you. I am not above you. All of you who are my true supporters, all of you who are here with me to level up, to elevate your lifestyle, we're in this together, and we're going to support each other, and we're going to get there. But I have a special place in my heart for young women because right now the decisions you make are going to impact your whole life. And a lot of older women don't talk about this. Maybe they don't talk about it because maybe they didn't do what they were supposed to do, or maybe they can't give you any advice because they don't have any success or fruits of their labor. I don't know what's up with older women. I don't know. Where are the older women that are really, I don't know. I'm disappointed. I am, because when I was growing up, I had lots of older women coaching me, mentoring me, giving me advice. And some advice I took, some advice I didn't. But overall, I'm pretty freaking happy with how I'm turning out, okay? So that's it, you guys. God bless you. I will see you for my next video. Please leave me your thoughts. I know that I'm not politically correct. I'm not going to be. If you want a politically correct channel, go to the channels where they lying to you and not telling you the truth and not giving you the whole picture. You guys see that I'm a plus girl. You see I'm a plus girl, reaching all my dreams, going for my dreams, reaching some of those dreams. So I'm not telling you cannot be successful with a struggle. I have a struggle, but you got to pick one, okay? Pick your struggle. You can't have all of them at the same time, all right? All right. Can't wait to read your comments, you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.